Do you agree or disagree with countries possessing nuclear weapons? Do you agree or disagree with countries possessing nuclear weapons? Where are you from?
We are from Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah, we are originally from Turkey, but we live in United States.
Ah, no.
Yeah.
How long are you staying in Japan?
For 2 weeks.
For
Yeah.
2 weeks. What brought you to Hiroshima?
We always curious about Hiroshima and its history. I'm interested in history, and it deeply feels sorry inside. So we want to see, especially here, and just memory, how to say.
Just to understand what
yeah.
happened and how people are living right now.
Did you learn about Hiroshima in your school
Yes.
in Turkey?
Yeah, when we were in university, our history teacher especially mentioned about Hiroshima's history, and also she told us the Kakura luck. They planned to bomb Kakura city first. Then there was a fog, and they could not see the target, and they decided to bomb Hiroshima. Bad luck of the Hiroshima and the way how the Second World War ended.
We learned in high school and university because it's mostly covered for World War II and its history, but not in very detail. So we only know the big events.
Yeah.
That's why you are so curious about
Yes.
what happened.
Yes. Yes.
How can we achieve world peace?
It's a hard thing to do, but all the nations can come together and we can write an history together, just as it is. Not our political thinking, not our way. Just be realistic and write one true history and teach all children in the world, so that nobody can feel like their enemy, and maybe they can't feel they can't be hostile. So
Do you agree or disagree with countries possessing nuclear weapons?
Realistically, I think if there were no nuclear weapons, there would be more war. But at the same time, I don't wanna see here any nuclear incidents, bombs happening.
yeah, I feel the same. I feel the same. If all countries be honest with each other, they all destroy the nuclear bombs, it's okay. But unfortunately, we know that they will not be honest with each other. So, yeah.
Even if everyone says they have destroyed all their nuclear weapons,
We can't
it will
be
be
sure.
really hard to believe.
Yeah.
But I would wanna live in a world that there was no nuclear bombs and no fights.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was nice to meeting you both.
Where are you from?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Where have you been so far?
Started off in Tokyo.
Yeah, we had one night in Tokyo and then 4 nights in Kyoto. And now we've just arrived in Hiroshima today.
Today, what have you done?
We've just come down to the Peace Park and we've done the museum, which was amazing.
Really? What's the most memorable stuff in the exhibition?
It's just information, really. I think there's a lot of things we didn't know. So the education it's providing for people is great. Yeah.
Yeah, you think you know your history. We thought we got taught it at school, but there was a lot we didn't know. And just hope humanity learns and changes. But it was really well done.
What kind of stuff did you learn in your school?
Yeah, about Hiroshima and the Pacific War. Not much. It was more World War One, or World War Two, but not so much about the Pacific War. So this was really interesting.
I see.
Yeah.
Very same. We learnt a lot about World War One and World War Two, but nothing at all about the Pacific Wars, to be honest. So we didn't know any of that.
Is there anything differences before you came here?
I think people are naive in New Zealand. People won't come here because they still think there's issues with radiation and things. Whereas, it wasn't something we really thought about. But yeah,
Did you learn about radiation?
Oh, the after effects. Yes. Yes, we
in
learned-
your school or here?
A little bit at school, but
I
a
see.
lot more here.
I see.
I didn't realise that it went on for so long afterwards. So I don't know about you, but I learned a lot more about that today.
even still now.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
So, do you agree or disagree with the countries possessing nuclear weapons?
Disagree.
Yeah,
Disagree. Totally
no,
disagree.
No to nuclear
Yeah.
weapons. Yeah,
Yeah.
they need to
Why?
go. Why would you want to repeat of what happened
Yeah.
here? It just no, definitely.
People have too much
Yeah.
power. It's dangerous.
I know.
Yeah.
So, would you recommend visiting Hiroshima to others?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, when we go back to New Zealand, if people ask us,
We'll be telling them.
Definitely come here. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
How can we achieve world peace? It's kind of big question.
It's a big question.
You have to get all the world leaders on board. They all have to sing from the same song sheet, basically, don't they?
And education as well. People need to know truth. They need to know reality and dangers, and I don't know how you do that. People need to go and seek information themselves, not just rely on what they get told.
And the history of this
Yeah.
and these places is what will create peace in the,
Yeah.
in the long run, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I am from Mumbai, India.
India. Welcome. Where have you been so far?
So I started my trip with the Japan. Then I went to Nagoya, and then I came to Osaka. And for one day trip, I came to Hiroshima. Yeah.
What have you done in Hiroshima?
Hiroshima,
so
I
far?
started with Majiyama and and Mijima, and I visited the island. And then I come to here, and then I visited this atomic center for the exhibition also.
How would you feel to
Uh,
see the museum?
After seeing this, I feel sad about the Japanese. Expecting there is no war. Everyone want a peace. Whatever war is going on in the world is not good.
What things the most memorable stuff in that museum? Do you remember anything?
The people who are working there at the time of bombing, they are not aware what is going to happen in the next hour. And they suffered a lot. A few are died on the spot, few after years, and some of because of the bad effect of the bombing. So war is not good for anyone. Maybe today, or maybe future of the generation. Maybe I heard that still Hiroshima people are feeling about this, and they have effects in their life.
Did you learn about Hiroshima in your school?
This is about bombing. America did this. And there is also I can feel that there is no reason.
How can we achieve world peace? What do you think?
We can, if we all try, we can do. Still the two wars are going on. We can see that.
Would you recommend visiting Hiroshima?
Of course,
To others?
of course. I tell people just go and see.
Do you agree or disagree with countries possessing nuclear weapons?
See, my country also holding a weapon. No bombs are good for human. Forget about the atomic. Even I can say a small bomb that explode before 10 years in my city also. The people got died. So in any way, the bombing is not good, whether it is atomic or small or big. I feel it will never happen with anyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
Oh, UK. How long are you staying in Japan?
I'm leaving tomorrow, but I've been here for 3 or 4 days.
Where have you been so far?
I've just been in Hiroshima. I'm here for a business conference.
What have you done in Hiroshima?
I've been at the conference the whole time, and this is the first time that I've had time to go and explore.
Really?
Yeah, so I decided to come here in my few hours.
Really?
Yeah.
So did you go to the museum?
I'm planning to go in a minute. I wanted to walk around the park first. So I just arrived there. Yeah.
What is the impression, the Hiroshima city? For you?
Well, it's beautiful, it's very quiet and calm.
Please tell me, did you learn about the Hiroshima history in your school?
That's a good question. School was many years ago for me, but yes, and I really wanted to come. I was pleased to hear that we were holding this meeting in Hiroshima. Would give me a reason to come here and to visit and to explore and to see the place.
Do you agree or disagree with countries possessing nuclear weapons? What do you think?
That's a good question. I don't think nuclear weapons should ever be used after this. And I think if they knew what they were using, they wouldn't use it.
Can you imagine? So this city, just almost 80 years ago, born, so spreading the bomb.
After
Can
the
you imagine? Yeah.
No, I can't imagine it. I think it's beyond human imagination. That's why I want to visit that museum to see. I think we all need to be reminded of the reality of that, especially in this period in the world where we are facing a lot of wars, particularly in Europe and the Middle East. Something that's very real for us. My daughter is in the army, and so I feel responsibility. Maybe, I don't know, something like that.
You feel that?
Yeah.
Is your daughter going to somewhere other country?
No, she's just training
Training
Yeah.
in UK.
in the UK. Yeah.
As your father, do you hope to make a peace world for
course.
your daughter?
Yeah, of
Because
course.
It's a worry about
Yeah,
that thing.
she wants to be a doctor, so she's just doing the army for 1 year, and then she's going to university.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like a necessary stuff.
No, not necessarily. She's voluntary.
Really?
She's doing officer training.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Do you proud of
I'm proud of
her?
her. Yeah. Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
From America, Colorado.
How long are you staying in Japan?
We've been here, it's been 2 weeks now. 2 weeks yesterday. We started in Tokyo.
Okay.
Our first time was last year and we loved it so much we came back. And so,
Did you go to the museum already?
no, not yet. Not yet. We're just working our way. We saw the dome and then just been working our way backwards, reading each of the memorials.
Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to let it all sink in. And yeah.
How do you feel to read it? So,
It's sad. It's humanitarian sad, right? I mean, it's just that humanity can get to that point and then just even still be at that point. That's what I was just telling him, just that, there's still people threatening such things. It's just unfathomable, really.
Did you learn about Hiroshima in your school?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
I was sort of curious what his was, too. For me, growing up, it was a not celebrated thing. It was like a tragedy that happened to end the war. That it wasn't a victory type thing. It was just a very sad,
Yeah.
bad thing that had to happen. And then there were arguments, at least I don't know if he in school, so they would split the class and have arguments for and against, making that decision during the time, and a lot of people are, well, it saved a lot of American soldier lives, and a lot of people are like, well, there were innocent people that were families that were killed, so that's not okay. They had nothing to do with the war, so it was back and forth, and it's still a contentious issue. Yeah, it's still a hot issue. A lot of people feel really strongly one way or the other, but it should never happen. War is bad. War is ugly.
Is there anything we can do to help promote peace as individuals? What do you think?
Personally, stay active and involved in your government and your politics, and make sure people you're voting for are people that believe in peace and not in imperialism and colonialism and trying to take war to other people's borders. It's why we're allowed to vote, and so if you don't do it and bad people get in office, they make bad decisions, and then you have no control. All you can do is sit and watch. Yeah.
I think more so from, like you said, a political standpoint as well, but staying active to remind people the damage that war causes, that the people harmed the most will be the people that have nothing to do with the war.
Right.
And I think from that we can learn a lot. But it's very senseless fighting. It just makes no sense.
Do you agree or disagree with countries possessing nuclear weapons?
It's a good question.
Disagree.
Yeah, he disagrees. I was raised in the Cold War era where we were always told the mutually assured destruction was keeping everybody at bay. Now I don't know. I feel on one hand if I think it should never be used, then then nobody should have it. But then how do you keep other countries from having them, that don't feel that way? So I've thought on it a lot, but there's not a real good answer. Yeah.
Would you recommend visiting Hiroshima to others?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Really?
The gravitas of the area and just the reminder and the seeing the dome was just jaw-dropping. I got a little emotional even. It was just, I knew it was there. I've seen pictures, but seeing it in person was just, and then the park, I had no idea that the park was like this. It's so beautiful memorials and the memorial to the Korean folks. I had no idea that many Koreans had been here too. It makes sense. I just hadn't thought about it, and it's not something we were taught. So it's an absolutely terrific place to learn and reflect. Definitely recommend.
Definitely think people should come and understand, the worst parts of humanity so that we don't repeat those mistakes.
Yeah, that's the biggest part, is keeping a reminder that it doesn't get repeated.
Important.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely,
today.
absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate the discussion.